Alright, I recorded this 3:14,
The enemy's best
I think 11-ish,
just need to mop up their recruits now.
and right when I jumped on, everyone seemed to log off, so, and it's in the morning, so there's not going to be a lot of people. So it's like, this is pretty much just me playing NPCs on multiplayer until someone logs on. And every now and then I remember to look at shit and check things out, like this fucking cool statue. And you're gonna see all like the bugs I experience and stuff like that, so pretty much like a walk along. The Tommy guns really looks good. The water is kind of fucking weird. It's like almost metallic. Then this happens. Yeah, so don't be careful when you're in the water. If you go over that little ledge, you will die. The steps looking good. The brickwork looks really good. The floors look really good. I really like the bridge. Little like 2x4s. So you see like those buildings out there, they look all like there's no texture on them. It's like there's the biggest complaint I have is like at the 100 yards or meters, it gets like super blurry. And I turned on the anti-aliasing and all that shit, and I reset the game, and it's better looking, but it's still there. And all the characters, all the NPCs, and everybody else in the game seems like they look almost like too dark, like there's a constant shadow on them, and it's darker than the natural, like how it should be. It's really weird. It's like no matter where they move, like sunlight doesn't affect them. They're like in the shadow realm, and that's probably the biggest complaint. And this is the only bug that I found that would actually kill you. Just don't go over that edge and you're fine. This tunnel, ugh. I don't think some people really hate this tunnel now. I can understand why. This is when I first figured out I had feet. Little hot dogs on sticks. We're gonna go. We're gonna go. You know, the bushes look like bushes. The trees look like trees. You can see this house is, and all the buildings are pretty much like this. Like all the the light gets sucked out of them from the inside. They're all like voids. It's fucking great. It just needs to soften up. It needs to be a lot brighter in there. Again, like lighting is the biggest problem with the game, and with all the maps. It's just the extent of the effect. Some maps got out pretty well, but then there's some maps that are gonna need a lot of work. The grenades look cool. This tunnel still looks weird. Shotgun looks cool. I like the floor of the tunnel here. These bricks are nice. The Tommy gun looks alright. Still underpowered. I'd love to see like a bipod mechanic for the LMGs. You have the BAR, you have Bren, the Lewis gun now, according to, and 42. So it's like, just imagine locking it down and holding like a whole tunnel with a fucking MG42 that can actually hit something at 100 meters now. Oh, that'd be sweet. That would be a cool mechanic to add, because you'd be adding it to so many guns. Put it like on a bridge and just have one guy on each side. That'd be fucking great. Yeah, that's how the MG should be working. You can see like there's some I don't know what's going on with the wall, like the stone is coming through in some spots. That's the only other big graphical glitch that I've seen. Other than that, this map isn't really too bad. see what else we got for us. Alright, we're in no man's land. Quick jump. Harsh jump. I think the lighting is pretty spot on. Some hard shadows. But it also has that glimmering effect at the 100-yard meter. 100-yard meter marks. Like the people out on the hill are really hard to see. And like... it's like little shadow people. And where the fuck did this dude come from? It's like the spawnings. Just, trying to remember which button's which. All the guns look so much better now. I didn't like the whole graphic change at first. There's still some parts that definitely need improvement, but overall I'm happy with it. All the guns just look so amazing. I really hope the fucking mortar gets added. I think that'll change a lot of how you play the game. This is the other area that's really buggy, the trenches. I got stuck in them a few times. This end seemed to be mostly okay. Somehow NPCs just spawn in front of you. But mostly, like on this side, I didn't get stuck, but the other side is, I guess, the curse. The ground is sour over there. Don't want to go over there, but we'll go over there. Trying to make it. Look at this. Keep spawning in. Like, give me a second. And then I just walk up and get stuck. It's almost like a 50-50 sometimes. Because I got off, like I get off of this one. You can reset your helmet. Like take it a couple steps to the left and reset the helmet. And that worked that time. But there was times also where nothing worked. But sometimes I'll get shot, and being shot moves me off wherever. And I was able to break free. But then there's other times where I just sat there and you run out of ammo until someone kills you or you reset. But I think respawning is the fastest and easiest way to get out of it. But pretty much all the trenches on this end of the map, in this area, seem to get you stuck and killed. I think I end up getting shot, and that's why I can move now. Then I do it a little bit further up, blasted, and then there you are, fucked. And I try to reset the camera a couple times. There you go. And yeah, you end up running out of ammo and dying. It's depressing. Alright, the Brennan gun. I do better shooting from the hip more than anything. Aiming is a little bit of a pain in the ass, but it looks good and sounds good. Headshots fuck people up. I think the gun's a little bit underpowered, just a little bit, but I find aiming from the hip, oh fuck, excuse me, I do the best with it. It'd be cool if the tripod worked. Just throw that down. I keep saying tripod's a bipod. Oh, and the water is the only other like creepy shit, because it doesn't show in the camera here, but the water almost had like high peaks. Like there's like little igloo shapes on top of the water, and you see it in the headset, but you don't really see it at all here. But the water wasn't like flat; it was just really looking weird. You could kind of see it's like bone a little bit, but you really see it; it's really pronounced. But that was the only real bug. This map came out pretty good overall. The weakest part, I think, is the tunnel that goes under the castle, but everything else looks really, everything looks smooth. The castle looks like a castle. All the bricks and stuff look nice. The stairs look good. Yeah, the only like real low textured spot would be the tunnels. For some reason, all the tunnels are like the the weak link in all the maps. Motherfucker spawned. Wish the flamethrower had a better PSI. I think it needs to shoot a lot faster. Oh, and I switched to the shotgun. This was the only bug that happened. Once I died and it reset, it fixed. But it's like got a shell coming out the top, and I got like a flamethrower tank at the bottom. It's fucking great though. You can see that tunnel top is really, but everything else is pretty sweet. The cool thing about the castle map is it's so small that you don't notice the glimmering effect so much, because it's out by where the top of the mountains are, like when it comes to like distance away. So when you're looking inside the actual castle, you never really notice it because the map's so small, which is a good thing. And there's my torso again. Yeah, flamethrower is a little weak. The M1 carbine is probably my favorite for the muzzle flash. This shit looks so good now. Shit's bright. Look at that, fucking bright all up in your face. I kind of wish all the muzzle flashes were a little bit exaggerated. This is just so fucking great. This is for the Hollywood effect. This is fun. Was it the PH, the Russian gun, the Russian SMG, the muzzle flare on that? The flash is fucking enormous. Pretty much blinds you. The stem, I don't use the stem that much anymore because now I got the grease gun, and I think the grease gun is better. And it's a lot better than the Tommy, and it's better than the stem in my opinion. And the grease gun gives you like almost like an MP40 feel, but like with you're probably gonna kill the people you shoot. Yeah, we won't go in the shit tunnel yet. But the woods look really good. I actually like the woods at this. Like, it's dark, but it's not too dark. I wish they would do like just the woods map. Have some like small hills that just maybe break line of sight at 100 yards or something. And there's lots of trees and bushes and shit. The MP40 is fun. It'll probably get you killed. Unfortunately. Really underpowered. You really gotta focus on those headshots. Other than that, if you're new to the game, you're gonna get frustrated. Stick with the Thompson and try to get headshots, or at least go with the... I'd go with the grease gun, especially if you're really new. I think the grease gun it's a better Tommy gun, better version of the Tommy gun. It's how the Tommy gun should probably be working, or at least give us like 100 drum Tommy gun. At least you can sit back and use it like a suppressor rather than a like a SMG that should be dropping people because it's 45 caliber. I mean, that's my biggest argument with the SMGs. They don't do enough damage. Nothing needs to be nerfed. It's just the damage needs to be brought up on everything else, and this is the tunnel. You can tell the fire is pretty much fire. And it's like weirdly bright. Like it's brighter than anything anywhere else. Just, lighting's the biggest, but I think it's also the easiest to fix because we've had this problem before, and it was just, 2 patches, You're just hoping when the patch comes out, and if the patch doesn't make more things worse. That happens sometimes. Now you think about it, I don't think there's any game in the last 10 years that's come out without any fucking had to be patched. One of my favorite maps, and it's way too dark in here now. It's too dark over here. It's too dark where the tanks are. 44 looks nice. Still probably the best gun in the game, as it should be. It's great for long distance. If you do controlled bursts, you'll get headshots. If you use the iron sights, are really fucking good. Especially if you have an aim controller, you should be using the iron sights with this. Especially in this map, it's really good. You got a big ass mag, so you should be able to get like 3 or 4 people before you need to change. But this is like the top hallway on the second floor, and like, why are the boxes so dark and everything else is so lit? It's like, it's just weird how lighting affects. Picture looks great. In that picture, what happened? What happened to these beds? They've been sent to the shadow room. Yeah. And then some people shooting through walls and shit. Hacking NPC bitches. I still think the rag doll is really good. Lewis gun's one of my new favorite guns. I like it a lot. Big ass drum on the top. Sit back and just fucking unload on people. Accuracy turns the shit at some range, like at the 100 yards, 100 meters, whatever. It might have been there. It goes like not like MG42 crazy, but it goes fucking all over the place. But one of those rounds just had to hit somebody in the head, and seems like one good headshot drops just about everybody. Body shots, it's not great. I would say it's good. It's competent, but I think the damage needs to go up. This is the other muzzle flash on the PH. Fucking bright as fuck. I like it at night though. It looks cool. All the new graphical changes gives you a lot of hope for like the next PlayStation VR headset.
All right, soldier. These guys are pure cannon fodder. Let's take them out and move
Alright,
on.
this map pretty much really, I'd say spot on for the most part. It's still got the inside still has like the shadows and the everything's a fucking void inside the houses. But I think it's like the map itself is bright enough, but not too bright. It also, it has the same problem that all the maps have, is with that glimmering effect. And I think it's something to do with the way the program's being run, or something to do with the graphics. And it's weird, like, how things pop in and out sometimes. But it's usually just the shadows. I haven't had a lot of trees or anything physically, like, pop in and pop out. But everything looks pretty decent. It's just fucking shadows are super harsh. Here's the most weirdest bug. Don't go in the water. Don't do it. Yeah, this was the only major bug I found on this map. Water's got the jitters. Fucking, this is so crazy looking. Got the shakes. Water's too cold, shivering. And there's some floaters. These have been here for a while. And also you still have like NPCs teleporting through tanks and shit. They'll walk through pretty much everything now. I think bushes, floating sandbags here. I think that's about it. Alright, let's climb the mountain. Those boxes is how you get on top of the roof of that building. Good luck. It's fucking platforming is such a bitch in VR. Got some sandbags still in a weird place. The floor looks pretty good. It's like a moss with some sticks and some big brown leaves every now and then.
All right,
And it's weird because it's like you still get that glimmering effect, but like on that map, all the buildings at range look fine. They're not all like blurred out. This map is pretty much cool. Little tweaks here and there with the lighting effect. I jumped in all the trenches. I didn't get stuck in any of them. I didn't get to try the tank, and I wish I should have. I know there was one game where other people were driving the tank, so I guess they still work. I try to get stuck here. Nope, not gonna happen. I think this map looks really good. I like the tall grass. All the barrels look cool. All the metallics look really good. Everything's well lit. Sniper rifle. I think all the sniper rifles are a little underpowered. I find shooting like this rather than trying to hold it all the way up to my eye and having the full zoom come in, it's a little bit easier this way. That way, too, it feels like you can lead people a little bit better when all you have is a little thin reticle. And you see the guys are all like too dark. Still, like every map has the same problem, and it's all the lighting and shit. But yeah, I wish the M1 Grand would come without a scope. Jeep is solid. All the vehicles, I didn't see any of the cars, but the Jeeps all drove. I drove a couple Jeeps, and they worked just as good as they always did. You know, if you hit a curve, you know, you hit shit going too fast, you're gonna fuck up and flip. Try to run this dude over and just, nope, not fast enough. Pistol works good. Pistol works. Well, that's pretty much all that I got to do. And some people finally logged on, magic, and I went and played. So you saw everything that happened to me. Those pretty much you can judge for yourself how the game's going along. And that's it for me. Have a good day. Bye.